But the other big story from the national capital, the Finance Minister Arun Jaitley has time and again expressed his optimism when it comes to the economy clocking over 8% growth in FY16. The government's mid-year economic review, however, reiterated that it could be a distant dream. The government slashed its growth forecast today to 7 to 7.5% from 8 to 8.5%, which was estimated in February. Here are the key highlights of that review. The report also reiterated that it would meet its fiscal deficit target of 3.9% and revenue deficit target of 2.8% for this year. What else? The Finance Ministry said though the economy has made considerable progress, there were challenges which needed to be countered. Speaking to the media later on, the Chief Economic Advisor Arvind Subramaniam stressed that the government would meet its fiscal deficit target comfortably this year. He, however, did raise an alarm regarding meeting next year's fiscal deficit target. Listen in to all the top voices on this important story.
On the fiscal side, I think these challenges are going to be also particularly strong. We know that the Seventh Pay Commission has made its award. That's going to add some amount to spending, about 0.5, 0.6, 0.65. There are many numbers depending upon the timing of implementation. There's OROP and the pension obligations.
We are very confident that the 3.9% fiscal deficit target that we have set for this financial year is a number that we will be able to reach. And then, of course, we've said next year will be 3.5%. So those numbers have been discussed many times, and we are sticking to them.
The nominal GDP growth is lower. That is because inflation levels are low. You see, there are always two sides to every story. Every success story also has its, difficult side. There are two sides of the coin. So when the economy, the real GDP growth is 7 and 7.5%. In the earlier years, inflation used to be very high. So therefore, the nominal GDP growth was higher. Right. And therefore, the fiscal deficit target as a percentage of the overall GDP was much higher. Right. Today, the inflation being low, naturally, the nominal GDP growth has come down significantly.
All right, let's get a reaction from the Lal Street then.